Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, we explored more of the Tucson area, including but not limited to Berglund Park, and found out that Everdread, the boss of said place, has an idea of where Paula might be hiding. This time, we're going out after her. Gonna walk on the paths all nice-like, because, you know, you gotta be a good gentleman, though this is gonna dirty up my sneakers a little bit. Hopefully she's, not too off-put by my presentation. And yeah, I have made it through the entirety of the Tucson area without the ramblin' evil mushroom doing its main thing. Oh, wait a minute, I might have spoken too soon. I didn't think it could spawn in this cave. I thought it was only the mobile sprouts. All right, let's focus on the sprout at first. That teddy bear is getting awfully beat up. Super beat up. Please use PSI magnet on the teddy bear. Yes. Any sort of status ailment or anything does not affect the teddy bear. That's bad because that's my last one. You might be wondering why I didn't buy more of them, and it's because my inventory kind of full. Not gonna lie, kind of full. And it's only because I love to show you what items do, so you're welcome. Hit it 50. Attacking. You know what? I said that I didn't like doing this, but I'm gonna defense stall against him because in this situation, it's actually a really good strategy to let it do its thing. Scattered some spores. Nest began to feel strange. This makes it so that you will sometimes attack targets other than what you intended, yes, including yourself. This status is typoed in the menus as mushroomized, which is kind of funny. I like that a lot. It is officially called mushroomized in many official texts, so that's clearly what they intended, but for all intents and purposes, you could call it mushroomized and you're not wrong. I like to think that it's called that because your head is getting all mashed up on the inside from the mushroom messing with it. If you're inflicted with mushroomization for too long, just like that guy in the hotel was saying, yep, I didn't stop holding the same direction and I turned 90 degrees. You will start walking in different directions. You can turn your controller 90 degrees or 180 to control normally, which I personally like doing because it adds to the unwieldiness of the whole thing because you're having to hold the controller differently and kind of expands it into real life. Hum-de-dum-de-dum, I'm hunting for mushrooms. Oh, I might be able to help you out there. Hey, would you be willing to sell me that mushroom on your head for $50? It was worth my time to waste turns. I swear I wouldn't have done it without a purpose. You can alternatively go to any hospital and talk to the healer there, and he will offer to buy it for $50, but she's just a lot more convenient. I wanted to show her because I can't imagine too many people sell their mushrooms to her, be it out of not realizing that she can do that, or out of not getting mushroomized in this spot. And yeah, I'm gonna stick with mushroomized. Moving onward, I'm having good luck with the enemies once again, and we got an obstacle in our way. It's Suporma time. Orange Kid's invention. The full name is Super Orange Machine. The Suporma sang the song Ode to Orange Kid. As soon as it finished, the machine broke down. This item is worthless. I remember as a kid, I thought that I needed to use it in the Tunnel to 3 to get rid of the ghost because it says they hate anything upbeat. But no, it just breaks, doesn't do anything. The pencil eraser, on the other hand, for some weird reason, the iron pencil statue was erased. So pencil statues are all funny and fuzzy pickles and a really earthboundy way of keeping you from progressing, but I'm gonna make them very creepy. And no, they're not made of human veins or anything like that. This isn't the Pokedex. According to official texts, they are not plants, but they grow out of the ground. The timing of that sounded like some kind of dramatic reveal. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say fuzzy pickles. Oh, wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. 1 is chance, 2 is luck, 3 is a pattern. By going up, we can see that there is a present very out of reach, and I'm able to walk on the water. Wait a minute. We're doing that again. We are doing that again. Come on. How did I do that the first time? There are places where if you know how to rock out on the D-pad just right, especially if you press opposite directions at the same time, which is normally impossible with a standard controller, you can clip through walls. Speedrunners do that. Come on. Come on. Yes, you can get on top of the water. That's kind of neat. Never knew about that area. Swear, for a guy who says he's played this game at least 30 times, I'm sure I'm learning a lot of new things. But welcome to Peaceful Rest Valley. We ain't playing around anymore. This is our first real attempt, and we are finally fighting some enemies. The Territorial Oak. He looks right through you. And attacks right through you as well. You'll see what I mean momentarily. He has quite a few attacks and is one of the tougher enemies, hitting for 27 damage with his regular attack. He misses there. I feel ashamed of myself that I'm getting smacked around by a tree. Brain Shock Alpha. This is our first instance of Brain Shock, which is a very weird status. It causes you to feel strange. It's mushroomization, or mashroomization. I said I liked it better like that. Mashroomization, but whenever you're attacked, it hits you over the head and you start to feel fine again. Vacuum attack, Ness's offense went up down by 1. Defense went down by 1. There is no such stat as Brain Shock resistance. It uses the same stat as sleep resistance, so you cannot potentially resist sleep a lot and resist Brain Shock a lot. The lower your sleep resistance, the higher your Brain Shock resistance is, and because we have nothing equipped that stops sleep, then that means that we have almost perfect Brain Shock resistance right now. I go entire playthroughs without Brain Shock meaning anything, so I wanted to dedicate a lot of time to it, and yep, so much so that I didn't talk about the fact that it exploded when it was defeated. You want to mash through those text boxes, make sure that it doesn't kill you because that hits for a lot. My guts actually saved me there because it didn't say mortal damage. With level 14, offense up by 1, speed up by 1, guts up by 1, luck went up by 1, max HP up by 1, max PP went up by 1, and we realized the power of Paralysis Alpha. That is an overpowered PSI move. If you don't like using status PSI or you never gave him a chance because who cares if it doesn't do damage, I think you're going to change your tune on that very strongly once you see what that does. I'm also trying to do this. Every playthrough I try to see if I can open this from down here because I've done it before. Come on, come on. I'm just trying to like clip through walls and do all kinds of fancy stuff today. I don't know, man. You play a game long enough and it does things like this to you where it's like, ooh, this time am I going to be able to pull this off? I don't remember the exact location that you got to be in. Probably going to get into a fight before I can actually accomplish this. I know it's possible because I've done it before. You know, that's kind of a funny thing is that I'm trying to not mash through battles now because it's cost me my life once, almost twice, and it's just that I used to speedrun this game. I have the menus down to near frame perfect science and can get through them very quickly, and when you're used to playing this on a CRT and not with HDMI delay, that can be hazardous to your health. Oh well, I'll move on, and we have the little UFO. These enemies are awful. Well, actually, they're really great because they're good at being enemies, but you know what I mean. They have cute little eyes, and you might think, what's so dangerous about them, besides the fact that they're the first extraterrestrial enemy we've seen since the Starman? I'll gladly show you. Beam that causes nighttime stuffiness. We caught a cold. You receive 4 HP of damage every turn, and from walking around on the field, you also receive damage. You can die from this, which I guess is true to real life, because if not treated, a cold can kill you. You notice that I'm missing a lot. I am missing an awful lot. They like chipping you away by inflicting you with colds. They dodge your attacks like mad because they have very high speed. And just in general, they're a big nuisance. I throw away my cold remedy because healing alpha gets rid of it. Just get used to having to use it quite a lot if you have bad luck. It's another reason why I think teddy bears make things a lot easier because they're not affected by status moves and the fact that they're going to attack the teddy bear instead 75% of the time. You won't have to worry about colds that much if you have a teddy bear. Let's see what this is. A travel charm inside. I have no use for that whatsoever. Got one of those for free back in Onet. Thank you very much. Getting these things 2 areas early. And what do I care about doing right now? What do I care about doing right now? I don't need to use PSI for much of anything. You know what? Actually, I'll tell you what I do right now. Whenever there's a magic butterfly nearby, might as well get into a battle with as many enemies as possible. Use your roll and to just steamroll right over them. That was actually a good example of the turn order being different every battle because one mobile sprout was faster than us, but the other ones weren't. Oh. I said we're gonna roll right over you. Plants grow in cracks in roads and stuff like that. So no! Oh, what? Oh, God! I barely had enough. Okay, good. I thought he was gonna drain so much that I wouldn't be able to do anymore. 100 damage. And 94 damage. Good, 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 good. Gained a lot of experience from that, and I used up 20 PP. I gained 20 PP. That's what we call resource management in the business. Peaceful Rest Valley. I would describe this as one of the hardest areas in the game. We're kind of back up to high difficulty again. Especially if we don't have a teddy bear, this place is mean. I'm kind of happy that we're having a bit of a challenge, but I will warn you, look forward to that. Look forward to this awesome battle theme, too. It's just so rockin'. Ooh, smash! It's just such a rockin' theme. I feel like you could dance to it, but I promise I won't. I love saying smash like that. I haven't been doing that enough. My whole life, I've always imagined smash just sounding like smash every time it happens. Goes well with the sound effect, too. Territorial oaks are thankfully very slow, so you can get away from them, and they don't team up with other enemies. That's doubly good. Just in case you're wondering, we've seen everything that a spinning robo could do. I decided to let it speak for itself instead of explaining absolutely everything. But, you know, we'll kind of get back on track by saying that if you're hunting out for all of the rare items that enemies can drop, the Territorial Oaks have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping a PSI Caramel, which heals PSI. It's one of the rare examples, again, I think the only 2 times we've seen it are what I called rare examples of being able to get renewable PSI healing items. Now, little UFOs I said are very annoying and they dodge your attacks all the time, so you just want to use your special attack on them, right? It didn't work. That's right. Roland's not a screen nuke all the time. It can miss. It's based on the difference in speed, specifically 2 times the target speed minus Nessa's speed divided by 5 is the percentage chance that it has of missing. It's annoying. As you see there, I used it twice, didn't hit either time. This thing is gonna be dodging your attacks whether you like it or not. You don't have a good answer to it. It might seem like I'm just unlucky, but this is pretty typical whenever you fight against a strong enemy, especially in a group. Because Ness is not fast. He's slow, and he's tanky. After all, he's the boy they call Stubby Legs. Thankfully, it just didn't take even longer, and grew to level 15. Offense up by 3, max HP went up by 3, PP went up by 1. If you haven't guessed, I am ashamed of myself for missing that item. Who are you talking to? I think it's the first time we're seeing that text. I'm kind of proud. I like seeing how far I can get in the game without seeing no problem here or who are you talking to. It lets me track how accurate my inputs are. Luck capsule inside. That will raise your luck stat permanently. And because I have full inventory, I see no reason not to use it on myself. Territorial Oaks do team up with certain enemies. Duly noted. Bop, bop. I remember thinking that bop bop was the sound of it failing, but no, that's just the sound that Brain Shock makes when it's used. It sounded comedic to me, so that's what I always thought because I'd sure as heck never see it hit. I promised you Lucky Sandwich next time I'm in trouble, and I would classify this as in trouble. Let's try it. Oh! I think I got the 240 HP sandwich. That ain't not bad. I'm happy about that. I could have gone for a PP recovery. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. It ran out of PP. That's kind of funny. Burst into flames, and I turn 200 damage into like 30. I think exactly 30. I wanted to fight it because I want to see what rare item drops I can get. I'm not challenging myself to that. A lot of people like to. I value what little sanity I have left because I'm running very low on it for a man my age. Magic Butterfly made Ness relax. Good, because I was kind of panicking a little bit there, and it definitely put me at ease too. I wonder who made this bridge impassable. Why would someone do this? Crud. Moving right on along. Got a present. Croissant inside. That's a decent HP recovery item. I'll take that. Not like I had the option to leave it behind in the box, so that should go without saying. I think I might. I'll fight you. If you don't care about the self-satisfaction of getting items out of these territorial orcs, territorial oaks, you should run away from them. You avoid them blowing up that way. Smash! Your wimpy explosions can't pierce my guts. Which is good, because I think that your wood would turn into shrapnel, which would very much get through my guts. Give me that. There is a bomb inside. I've always read that text, Ness, open the present. There is a bomb inside. I've always pictured it exploding immediately after, like, it's a trap or something like that. Shouldn't give my enemies ideas, after all. They're right within earshot of me. I'm gonna off-screen you guys. Oh, gosh. That's the thing about off-screening. You do it too much, and eventually you get the cruel mistress that is this game, where you end up ending up worse than you were going to in the first place. I think you're seeing that a lot of enemies here are just kind of mean. I shouldn't be tempting fate when I'm this weak. On the plus side, I am freeing up space in my inventory. Lord knows I need it. I'm gonna skip right past you. That's an example about how you can get enemies stuck on trees and you can confuse them. And you do actually have a lot of influence about whether or not you get into fights. When you learn movement in this game, pay attention to enemies' movement patterns, then you should be able to get used to it, and you should be able to weight things in your favor quite often. They have the same, the UFOs and the spinning robos, they have the same movement patterns as the spiteful crow, so you've had time to practice. Territorial oaks move nice and slow. The mobile sprout has the movement type where they only move when you're moving, and they can very easily get stuck on things if you use that to your advantage by making sure there's always like a tree in between you and them. By going up, we come full circle with that present that we saw before. We have water walking abilities, but what fun is that if we were gonna use it to collect this? And this is one of my favorite little secrets. There is a hard hat inside. Finally, our Mr. Baseball cap is obsolete, raising our defense by 9. I've never bought a hat. I have exploration for that. Oh, that guy just clipped through a tree, didn't he? Oh, no! Didn't get anything off of him either, but right back where we were on the furthest coast that we have been along the river. There's a magic butterfly. I'll take that max HP. And I think we should be pretty close to being able to... magic butterfly is tempting, but I don't need it. Spiteful crows. Come on, don't lower the difficulty on us. Well, actually do, because I don't care for how hard this place can be. That's another thing, is that when I was a kid and I played through this, I was enjoying myself in Tucson for a while, and then it went back to just being this hard. I remember it took me 6 attempts or so to get through Peaceful Rest Valley. And the worst thing about it is that my experience with this as a kid, I was enjoying myself going through Tucson. I had a fun time there. I liked it a lot, as I have said to you. Shortly after getting to the end of this place, cup of life noodle. Oh, that's worth interrupting a story for. What do I want to ditch? What do I want to ditch? If only I had a second backpack attached to a second person, this would be a lot easier. I'll take the croissant. I like all the items that I have right now. Cup of life noodles is easily worth throwing away. That gets rid of any status ailment. It can even bring somebody back from the dead if we just weren't by ourselves. If we had someone to use it on us. But as I was saying, we are right at the end of Peaceful Rest Valley. Grew to level 16. Oh baby, offense up by 3. I am never gonna get to finish my story. Defense up by 2, speed up by 1, guts up by 2, vitality up by 2, IQ up by 2. Woo! Nice level up, Ness. Look at you. All right. We are right. Well, now we are. We have reached the end of Peaceful Rest Valley. As a kid, I had so much trouble getting through this. I was enjoying my time in Tucson. And this place was handing my head to me again and again and again and again and again. Also, coil snakes, why are you here? I finally got to the end of it after hours and hours and hours and hours of playing. And shortly after this point, I got a phone call. And because this was in an era before cell phones, I had to go run to the kitchen to go pick it up. Along the way, I kicked the cartridge while the game was still running. I came back from my phone call, and the screen is filled up with a bunch of alphanumeric characters. I reset the system. My save files are all gone. This game was so lucky that Tucson was so good and that its text and characters were so charming, because with any other game, I probably would have stopped playing it and not been here right now. So I guess that means I'm lucky, not so much the game. But we made it. We didn't die along the way, made it here in one piece, and we're a heck of a lot stronger for it. Next time on EarthBound, we're going to explore the happy, happy village that we have heard so much about. See you guys then.